Yo, how you doing, baby?
I'm good, Ken. I'm good. How are you doing, mate?
Good man. Yep, back in the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Exactly. That's it.
Back to norm. The norm. I know. A lot of people will be really satisfied after viewing my stories. Obviously, being in Dubai for like almost a month, be really satisfied that I'm back in dreary UK, back in the cold.
But not for long. You were just telling me. Yeah, you're thinking about going there permanently.
That's
yeah?
it, bro.
Yeah.
Putting the blueprints together, and then we'll do an LDN transition to DXB, baby.
Yeah. Fair enough,
yes.
bro. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe I'll be with you by next year.
Yes. How you been anyway?
Yeah, good. Just same old, my end. Literally, just just trying to stay on the grind. Really, like what you were saying at the end of last year. Like, it's a bit like being in the UK. Everything's a bit, not great at the minute. So just throw yourself into work. So that's what I've just been doing.
Literally,
and, dude. This week has been so crazy. Oh my god.
What, in the markets?
Yeah. With the GameStop. Oh my god.
Oh, yes, of course. We might as well talk about that first, because that's been, what I love? How this has just triggered it's all across the news. Like, everyone's talking about this. Like, everyone, like people that are not even like that active in financial markets were like messaging me and stuff. It's like, it's crazy. It's how much of an impact it's had.
I was on all my lads chats with like my uni mates and stuff, like explaining what's going on and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You're right, dude. It's absolutely huge.
I love it. I love it. Who wants to start the story? Go on. You start the story. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's actually, I guess it started a couple of weeks ago, but the moves just got really big, sort of towards the end of last week, beginning of this week. But basically, there's all these little stocks, and they are rubbish stocks. Like, they're businesses that are probably going to die out eventually. And all these hedge funds are trying to basically go short and kill them off even sooner. And then there's all these retail traders that are buying stocks on retail brokers like Robinhood and stuff, who they were trying to like stick it to the hedge funds, who they hate because of the bank bailouts and all that kind of stuff, and because they're super rich. So they started bidding up the prices and absolutely destroying these hedge funds. And like, I saw a couple of them. Well, I mean, they were losing. They were just getting absolutely destroyed. Really,
absolutely raped. Yeah, and that's obviously
literally.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't know, that's your typical, if we go to market terminology, short squeeze. That's a classic short squeeze there. And I love how essentially they form this clan. This clan to drive the price higher and get and screw over these big hedge funds and these institutions. And obviously, if we go into the market moves, had a ripple effect across the market. Obviously, the whole stock indices were smashed. And then obviously we had flights into dollar safe haven, because everyone's like, oh my goodness, like what on earth is going on? Because we're thinking as well, if you think from a bigger perspective, okay, all these hedge funds are going to be nursing these big potential losses after short selling GameStop. Then they're going to have to be forced to liquidate other assets, and there'll be losses there. And so I think that's what really triggered it. It's crazy. It's a massive snowball.
Yeah, man, I know. And even more than just the hedge funds having to sell the rest of the market to cover their losses.
Exactly.
Like, there's all this about potential regulations. Like, nobody really knows what's going to happen, because this has just been so crazy.
I know.
Are there going to be stock price negative regulations coming in that restrict speculative activities or something like that? That's me. I'm speculating about that there, but we don't know. It's just crazy, isn't it?
I know. Because it caused such a massive impact, they are really seriously looking into it, aren't they? It's crazy. But then, okay, let's just talk about the dollar now. Obviously, dollar had a moment to benefit there. Dollar was also supported right at the start of the week, from what I remember. Because, sorry, Joe, I just got to clear my, just cough a minute.
That's all right.
Apologies, here we go. So
coronavirus.
No, I've been tested. I'm negative.
Okay, yeah, no, you would have done. Yeah.
So
you have to have it to get back in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh
true.
God, honestly. But mate, let me just talk about that a minute. Like, obviously, have you been for a test?
Not yet.
Not yet,
nah.
Bro. I'm telling you, like, because I had the rapid one. With the rapid, like, because you find out within a few hours. I had it in Dubai, and the guy was like, so I sat through the drive-through, and because you do it for a drive-through one, and I sat there, and he's like, He's like, just breathe through your mouth. Like, he's like sort of egging me, like coaching me on sort of thing, like beforehand. I was like, why is this guy doing this? I've had this before. Like, you know, just stick it around, swell it a little bit. But then as soon as he starts shoving it in, then I realize, okay, why he's telling me to breathe. Bro, it was touching my eyeball, like literally that far up. And honestly, he was like scratching my eye.
That's so gross.
Bro, it's awful. And it like, he's lasted about 10 seconds. I was like, no, never again.
Oh my God.
So messed up, dude.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'm not going to leave the country. I don't want that. I'm scared.
It's deadly. But where was I going before that, bro? Oh, I was talking about dollar.
We're talking about dollar.
Yeah, so obviously right at the start, it's been a bit of a choppy week, right? So right at the start of the week, had a bit of risk aversion. Dollar was supported right beginning of the week because I think there's a bit of vaccine supply disruption going on through Europe. You know, still economic restrictions in some places. So that was supporting the dollar initially, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We're caught, like the thing is as well, why it's been a bit choppy. Obviously, we're seeing the dollar come back under a bit of pressure today. But why it's choppy, like markets are just battling between these near-term risks, as I just explained there, but then the optimism for the outlook, the broader economy in the second half of this year is still quite encouraging and strong potentially, right? The outlook.
Yeah, it is a tough one because, like you say, it's just that's why. I mean, if you look at dollar, I'm just looking at it over the last sort of 2 weeks. Hasn't really moved at all in the last 2 weeks. Like it's ranged between 90 and 91, which is actually quite a thin range, like a thin 2 week range anyway. But yeah, like you say, man, it's like we got these downside risks like vaccine delays, EU's getting really angsty about that, and that potentially is supporting GBP as well because you know the UK continues to do well in terms of the vaccines.
I know they really are doing well.
As well.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think that. Because obviously this whole stuff with the retail traders and GameStop, that's been a bit of a distraction. And we actually did have some good vaccine news this week that I think went under the radar a bit that maybe will support us going forward. Because I don't know if you saw, but last night there was the stuff with, I'm not sure how you say it, but Novavax?
Novavax, yeah, saw that.
Novavax.
Yeah, fill us in.
That's good. That's another vaccine. Well, basically, it's just a vaccine that's it's not going to be super effective against the South Africa variant, but it's still going to be decent, and it's very effective against the UK variant. So, yeah, good news. And then there's Johnson & Johnson. We're hoping for good news as well. So it's
True. Yeah, there's a lot of promising stuff. You know what freaks me out? It's just every time I hear the word variant, okay? So you're telling me I can get coronavirus in 5 different variants, you know what I mean? That's what worries me. You might have had it. Same. You might have just had the UK one. Next minute, you get him in the Brazilian one. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, I know. Some flavors.
And you know the thing is as well is you know you don't know. Like obviously we know what it's doing to our body near term, but we don't know long term what damages it's causing our bodies. You know this coronavirus because on the breathing side of things, your lungs, like what damage is it causing? You know we don't know.
I know you hear about long COVID. They've been talking about that more recently, haven't they? That's pretty messed up, man.
I know, man. It's deadly. Yeah. Some people I've been reading, you know, there's quite a fair percentage of, you know, having to go back into hospital or seek medical help because of their breathing. Their lungs is just not the same after contracting COVID. It's making me feel breathless thinking about it.
Bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's deadly. It's deadly, dude. But
oh dear.
But yeah, so there's a lot of optimism, as you were just saying there. There's some good things to look out for. Let me show you something, actually. Let me just share my screen. I've been very active in gold lately, and I'm really liking, look, at the end of the day, right? Let's talk about FOMC, okay? Let's talk about FOMC.
Yeah.
FOMC.
Everyone forgot about that already.
Exactly. They forgot about it.
I know.
Because of, obviously, all this GameStop stuff. But, dude... The FOMC this time round were even a little bit more dovish, you know? A little bit more dovish.
Yeah.
For me, like, you know, there's no way in hell they're moving anytime soon. So, you know, gold, for me, what I was going to say was obviously dollar downside, but then gold to the upside. You see how I've got it? I've been showing this for weeks now, but this flag, right? Flag structure. We've had a breakout, I've had a retest, and you see last week, nice little candle on the retest of that. And then this week, we're now pushing to the upside. And this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for all-time highs, baby. I'm looking for all-time highs this year for gold. Yeah, so And with all that stimulus from the Fed and then also from the government, you know, that just gold should just love this, you know?
Yeah.
Should be really
erect. I agree. It should be. Yeah. I think what we need to do is like, because one of the weird things about gold is you almost have to think of it kind of like a risk asset. So like, I think we need to get past these near-term risks. Like we need to start actually vaccinating a lot of people. We need to start opening up. We need to start seeing the global economy recover, because we're not seeing it yet. We're expecting it, but we haven't got there yet. So there's still a bit of nerve. But once we actually get there, so like once we actually get to the summer, everything starts recovering really quickly. But then, like you say, the FOMC, they're going to stay super dovish. Doesn't matter what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
and
true.
that should be, I reckon, good for gold, because what you'd see is economic recovery, which pushes up inflation, but the Fed not fighting inflation, which is good for gold.
Well
gold.
said.
So
that's it. Exactly. Yeah, that's it, dude. Nicely explained. And then, and then I was thinking, what else has happened this week? I think that's been pretty much it this week, hasn't it? Really, all the big stuff.
I mean, there was some data, like there was like US GDP, and which was a bit boring, as expected, wasn't
it? Yeah, really as expected. I think that's it then. Let me just pull up the calendar, see what the crack is next week. It's going to get Forex Factory up. Okay, next week. What we got, baby boy, baby girls?
It was Bank of England.
Is it? ISM. RBA? RBA?
Oh, RBA as well. Oh, yeah.
Bit of volatility. They've got, to be fair, with RBA, I think they've got to still be quite optimistic now, right? You know, data we've seen, you know, CPI picked up this week. Unemployment rate dropped again last week. So two key barometers for them. Encouraging, right?
Yeah.
So,
Man, yeah, 100%. You were talking about it last week, weren't you? About how they're probably going to be tapering their asset purchases soon, which should be good for AUD.
Very good for AUD. Man, AUD, let me just quickly show you the chart. I really love AUD upside. Man, here we go. So, like, look at the strong trend it's been, right?
Oh,
this is so one direct. Look at it, dude, from like March, though. Look at that. That's insane. And there's no reason. I'm looking at this to go into sort of well above 80, you know, in the coming weeks. We've just been consolidating, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that sort of ties in with what's going on with the dollar last 4 weeks. But I'm just looking for this to break out now from this sort of consolidation. Just rock it, baby. Just rock it. You know, particularly that divergence now between RBA and FOMC to come, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And just to add to that, like, you know, similar to what we were just saying about gold.
Yeah.
Just maybe it'll wait a little bit, but once we get later in the year and then the economic recovery really gets going, that's got to be good for AUD.
Yeah. Defo, dude. Defo.
Yeah.
New Zealand, good, nice bit of volatility there for NZD. RBA local after rate decision. Thursday, Bank of England. Are we expecting much there, bro?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, there's
optimistic
about the way the vaccine program has been going, I guess. But I mean, I think that's already in the price. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to change policy. It's going to be a non-event, I think.
Okay. All right, fine. Well, GP still has potential room to push north. And then NFP week. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, NFP week. Got that.
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
I mean, man, if that comes out bad, then it should really be another big kick in the bum to go to, or in the private parts to dollar, really, because that'll just reconfirm how, you know, in the FOMC they said about they're well away from their employment and inflation targets. So if that comes out negative, that's just going to be a massive dollar negative, really, isn't it? Because it just means QE forever, basically.
Yeah. No, that's the world we're in. Dude, if anybody thinks they're ever taking away QE, like they're not. They're not.
I know. What's that song? One sec. Let me just quickly get it because it's really funny. Let me just quickly play it.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
No, it's not an FOMC song. I've just this song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one. You know this song, bro?
Nah. Well, I don't know. Play it.
Right, let me see if you can hear. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Sorry, wait. This one. Can you hear?
Nah.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Nah. It's all good.
Oh wait. You're gonna be able to hear it now. Wait. No, you need to hear it. Right, wait. Can you hear it now?
No.
You can't hear it.
I can see you jamming to it.
No limit. No, that. Anyway,
Yeah.
the point was no.
Picturing that, that meme with Fed Chair Powell at the desk, and there's all the banknotes flying off, and he's like,
Oh, sorry, dude. Oh, that was fun.
That's still good.
But how are you though? You're right. Sorry, I lost it for a moment. Oh, dude. But wait. Do you know why you didn't hear it? I know why you didn't hear it. Let me just play it. Sorry, I'm gonna have to play it now. Right, you can see my screen, can't you?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey.
I still can't hear it.
Oh, you can't. Oh, well, sod it. But you know the song, No Limit.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Legendary.
Oh God, I've got music playing amazing now. Cool, bro. Well, man, that was another good one. A lot to talk about. And yeah, Joel, have an amazing weekend, my broski.
You as well,
Stay
mate.
lit, baby. Let's get it.